Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, this struggling artist has just discovered the cure for all his problems, and that is to murder people with a power drill. Tonight's movie, The Driller Killer.
Everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Unchained from the Content Nazis. Episode number 17. Yes, 17. Only 2 more weeks to go in this, the frightening, I don't know what I'm saying. Coming off of last night's disaster. I know, it's Matilda May, not Melinda. Damn you, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyways, but nevertheless, Life Force, a great and epic film. However, I have to, yes, admit that I screwed up. Kept calling her Melinda, oh my god. So, tonight I decided to punish myself by watching a bad movie. Yes, and this movie, though, has a reputation of being a video nasty, and there is some nastiness in this movie. However, it is burdened by a horrible plot, a whole bunch of incomprehensiveness, and acting that is shocking, but not in a good way. So, what movie am I going to watch and horribly torture myself with it? Well, it is The Driller Killer. Yes, The Driller Killer. So, what is The Driller Killer about? Well, you're going to be sorry you asked, because The Driller Killer is about a struggling artist. He's struggling to make ends meet. Rent is due, the phone bill is due, and, he's having trouble completing his masterpiece that he can sell, and then everything will be fine, apparently. So, he, of course, is in the throes of insanity. Apparently, a band moved in to the apartments, and they're playing all night, and he can't get to work, and and the pressure of the bills and all that stuff and the constant vagrancy around town just finally gets him to snap. And the way he's going to deal with this situation is, well, get a portable battery pack and a power drill and get to some home improvement, except more like drilling homeless people. Yeah, he goes on a kind of impressive little spree of murder in the middle of the movie. And, that's the thing. Is like, he now has this sort of newfound energy and purpose and, well, also insanity. So, yeah, guy snaps, starts killing homeless people with a power drill, and things happen. Yeah, that's the movie, really. So, let's get into those scores, shall we? Violence and gore. It's a 3 out of 5. Look, there's a great scene where the guy gets drilled in the head, and there's no cutaway, and it's bloody, and sure, it's not a lot of drill penetration, but still the whole idea is nasty, and it's done well, and it's a brutal scene, for sure. And like I said, yes, there is like a kind of I don't know, like a montage, but a rampage that he goes on, which is also nice. And some of the kills are pretty bloody. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Shock value, the head scene, pretty good. And there is like one jump scare that's okay. Otherwise, the movie is not scary. It's like a psychological, dive into madness. And, so not much shock there. So, plot, I am giving it a 2 out of 5 because I know it's trying. It's trying. And I'm going to give it points for trying, but it does a horrible job. It is so disjointed. It is so, it's filled with just like they've got this band, and I don't know if it's because they paid or they try to use the movie as a way to get the music out, but there's way too much of this band playing in this movie, and it really bogs it down. And I just want to fast forward through all these things because yes, you can establish that there's this band and it's annoying the hell out of the guy, but it doesn't have to be 30 minutes of the fucking film. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, I didn't count how long it was, but it felt like a good portion of the film was just them rehearsing or playing a live concert or whatever, them playing music. It's just way too much of that. And some of the things are just random. It's like it's going along and then it does something and it's like that's out of place and then next scene. And yeah, it just yeah, it's crazy. Plus the fact is who gives a tenant a butchered dead rabbit as a gift in New York? Can you even get rabbit at a butcher in New York? I don't know. It's whatever. 2 out of 5. Acting, 1 out of 5. Look, this, holy shit. No, these performances are just god awful. The one blonde roommate, she is just atrocious. Atrocious. Like, this one note. Seriously, one note. She is completely one note. There is no range whatsoever. There is no dynamic to her performance. It is just that one note, soft, mousy, bad, and it just permeates to every other thing. Just the guy who plays like the lead singer just is so over the top, trying to be like eccentric, crazy lead singer, douche nozzle. It's just, yeah, it's 1 out of 5. I and it's not even that like it's so bad it's good and interesting. No, it's just bad and annoying and almost like, oh, there's like this homeless guy who's like pestering these people at the bus stop, and it's just so bad, and you're glad he gets drilled because he's so bad and needs to leave the world. Wherever. So anyway, yeah. 1 out of 5. Nudity, I am giving it a 1.5 out of 5. Look, there is a scene where 2 girls are taking a shower. The 2 female roommates of this guy are taking a shower together, and they're touching and feeling and kissing, and it's very nice. And it's short. And then there's another sex scene where the one note girl gets to get felt up by the lead singer of the band. Very short, sweet though, and very nice. I'm sure she was chosen for other assets than her acting. But then again, with this kind of movie, who knows? Maybe she was the best actress they could get. Anyway, so 1.5 out of 5. Enjoyment factor. Look, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I made it through the movie. I enjoyed the killings. I kind of got what they were trying to do, the descent into madness. I got it. There was some enjoyment to have that, have in this movie. Of course, the beautiful ladies and the breastises. I mean, those are nice, but overall, just slow, boring, too much of that band. I mean, their music's alright. I mean, I could see, rocking out to them live and stuff like that at the club, but in the movie, no, just way too much. So, yeah, 2 out of 5. And my overall impression is a 1.5 out of 5. Look, there's just a whole lot of nothing in the movie. A whole lot of unnecessary stuff in the movie. And, they try to set up the descent into madness, but I think it takes too long and it meanders at points and it's got too much of that band. Can I say that enough? There's too much of that band. Look, I'm talking about them too much because there's way too much of that band. Anyway, so 1 out of 5. That averages out to a 1.7 out of 5, which is pretty pathetic. This movie is a mess. It's pretty bad. And I don't think I would suggest it unless it was on the cheap. I mean, I got this one for cheap. It's part of a $5 multi-pack, so yeah, it's like less than $1 I got this thing for. If you can find it online, streaming, at a reputable service for free, I mean, I suggest give it a watch to see how bad it is, and also to see the very good drill kill in the head, and maybe, you know, while you're there, look at some titties. That's about it, really. The rest of the movie is just awful. So there you have it, Driller Killer. What did you guys think about Driller Killer? Have you seen it? Leave a comment in the comment section. Am I right? Is it a bad movie? Or am I wrong? Is it wonderful and great and it's so deep that I just don't understand it? Or that I'm just a Neanderthal who just wants blood and tits and blood and tits and maybe some blood on the tits and all that other shit. And that's all I care about, which is not right. I mean, I care a lot about that stuff, but no, I'm not the entirety. Anyways, leave a comment, and until next time, Internet, you guys stay scary, and please, oh please, I beg, I hope that none of you will have to ever live in close proximity to a rock band that likes to practice until the wee hours in the morning. Yeah, I understand, and I don't know why he didn't drill any of those guys. That would have solved a lot of problems. Yeah.